Stanza number 3. And the stately ships go on to their heaven under the hill, but oh for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. In the third stanza, the poet sees the ships moving to their heaven and are contented. The poet says that the ships which are moving, stately, which means grand, ships go on to their heaven. Heaven is basically a place of safety or refuge under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished, which means gone or disappeared hand, and the sound of a voice that is still. A voice that is silent refers to someone who has died. So in the third stanza, the poet basically sees the ships moving to their heaven, to their refuge, and are very contented. Graves are not pleasant heavens. He says, vanished hands refer to the hands of the poet's friends. It has become invisible. Voice that is still refers to the sound of the poet's friend. It cannot be heard anymore. The poet says that ships are moving towards their destination, to their safety place under the hill. The poet says that he has no destination or he has no plan of life and he misses his dear friend. As the poet is talking about vanished hand and the voice that is still, his voice and touch used to be very soft and tender. The poet says that, oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. So the poet misses his voice and his hand. Therefore, the poet says his voice and touch used to be very soft and tender. This line shows the intensity of the poet's grief. The poet also talks about the stately ships going on to their destination. By watching these ships does not distract the poets from the memory of touching hand who has no longer exist and voice that has gone silent. As the poet is watching the stately ships which are moving on to their destination under the hill. But in all such circumstances, as he viewing all this scene, the stately ships which are moving, but that cannot distract the poet from the memory of his dear friend. So the poet remembers the touch of a vanished friend's hand and the sound of his voice. The friendly voice has become silent. While talking about the vanished hands and the voice that is still, the poet realizes that ships also fade into the distance. Humans also drift away from life. They are all contrast with the poet's plight.